Alex here from BWOne.com, here to do a review of the Motorola Razr on Verizon. Now this phone isn't new, it came out a couple months ago, but it was running Gingerbread when it was released, and we all know what that means in terms of carriers, in terms of software updates. Gingerbread was definitely a baked software that needed some help, so Google released Ice Cream Sandwich last year in November, and with Android OEMs, you know how long it takes, but I must say that Motorola definitely was speedy in getting Ice Cream Sandwich to us in terms of how Android updates go. They definitely made it a priority to get it to us, so kudos to Motorola for that one. Just before I even turn the device on, I want to let you guys know this update, this Ice Cream Sandwich update, which was just released a couple days ago, changes the whole phone. I mean, it definitely changed the value of it. It makes it a device that is up to par with the Galaxy S3 and the HTC One X. It definitely gives value to this Motorola Razr. Now, this isn't the max. This is the first version, so the battery life is still horrendous. But even so, the Ice Cream Sandwich updates does increase battery life, so it does put it on par again with those devices. I'm going to turn it on here, and we're going to start from the lock screen. As you can see, the key thing to unlock it pulsates, which is a very nice touch. The one on Ice Cream Sandwich does pulsate, but it only happens when you touch it. When you press it, you get a phone, camera, text, or unlock. There's haptic feedback when you're doing it, so it definitely feels natural. It's very convenient. I found myself using it. At first, I was kind of upset about it because visually it isn't as it doesn't flow with the whole UI, but it does help in terms of usability. So that's great. They've changed the mute and vibration buttons. They used to be like the whole panel up here and you just slide it across, but now it's actually up here, which is better. And then you got the new Roboto font on Android, so that's nice. I'm gonna unlock it here for you. You're gonna be greeted with the Ice Cream Sandwich, the visual format of it. It's pretty nice. It's fast. I mean, this is running a TI OMAP dual core, so this is one similar to the Galaxy Nexus, so it's definitely fluid. But like I said, it makes the device feel completely different, and the way the Motorola feels in the hand, it's a very flush device, it's in terms of like just feeling it across, swiping just feels really natural. It curves across the screen, and the thinness does make it just feel very compact. And using it just in day-to-day use, the Ice Cream Sandwich update is amazing. And Motorola has done what very few OEMs do. They've reduced their skin. If you're familiar with Motorola Android phones, they have this thing, quote unquote, called MotoBlur, which is just a horrible skin. It was worse than TouchWiz when TouchWiz was first announced, and it was even worse than HTC Sense with all its huge widgets and graphical intense animations. It was that bad. With this update here, the 4.0, you still have their application pack, as you can see. I'll let you guys check it out right there. You got the customized phone application and the people application. I'll go to that too. They've done it a little bit differently than what stock Ice Cream Sandwich does. It's a great addition. But if you go here, as you can see, their application is different than the stock Android, but it isn't too bad. But you can see here, even this is what Ice Cream Sandwich comes with. You have your widgets here. Switch it over like that. Go to all items. You can go to the marketplace from right here. A notification bar. I sorely missed using Ice Cream Sandwich in terms of throwing away notifications. Matthias Dorte is on the Android team in terms of design. He's the lead designer. He's definitely implemented that into Ice Cream Sandwich. It was from OS when you used to just swipe away the notifications. It's very convenient. And Motorola, what they've done is they've added a settings bar and a notification that takes you right to settings. And you have the colorful icons. It's not too bad, but it still has that Ice Cream Sandwich look. I'm going back here, but I'm going to pull this down and just, swipe it away, and go to the home button. There's no dedicated multitasking button, so to get to the new ICS multitasking manager, all you got to do is hold the home button, and there you go. It comes up right away, and you can just swipe it away like that. It's not too bad. This is ICS, so you can run Chrome, which is a great addition. It's my stock browser. In terms of just speed and everything, it runs great on this device. The QHD display on the Razr makes Ice Cream Sandwich look that much better. It isn't a 720p HD like the S3 or the One X, but colors are vibrant, maybe a little grainy at times, but overall it's really great. I mean, I can't be upset with the quality of the software running on this hardware. And the haptic feedback feels really good because it's such a thin device. It feels as if you're touching the screen, something that's not organic, something that just feels really natural. And it's great in terms of speed and usability. Going towards some of the apps that you can now use now that you have ICS, I'm going to go to the new YouTube app. This was just released at Google I/O conference. This app is awesome, in terms of description based. You can see scrolling's fast. Look at that speed, guys. I mean, you swipe it this way, you get to your channel feed, swipe it back. You do a little sponsorship. This is BWOne.com, so this is our channel. Everything's so fluid. I'm running on 4G LTE. I'm not using my home Wi-Fi network just to showcase how fast LTE is on Verizon. And there you go. Start it up. It's in HD quality. Let you guys see that. It's our new intro. It's very sexy, guys.
Hello, folks. This is Alex here.
And that's me doing my LG Lucid review. Check that out if you guys can. But going back out, see what else can I show you guys. Speed, overall speed and usability, like it's a different device. I was a little bit skeptical because even though, let's say, like for instance, the S3 has TouchWiz 4.0, that's Samsung's custom skin. It isn't too bad like it used to be, but I want stock Android. I told myself once I got the S3, I was gonna hack it and just put ICS on it. But with the release of Jelly Bean, things have just Google has definitely raised the bar a little bit. But even though they just did that, the Razr still is a quality device with ICS. Here you go. Do some daily tasks. This is a new Flipboard app. It came out of beta. It used to be only able to run on the S3, but as you can see, its overall speed and everything, I could highly recommend this phone over the S3 if someone asks me. Maybe the max version, because it has a 3300 milliamp hour battery, which lasts about 21 hours of continuous use. The battery life on this is, about 8 to 12 hours, depends on what your use is. I'm a heavy user, so I'm getting at 8 hours. It's a little bit frustrating, but ICS on it just makes it, fluid. It's elegant. Android has definitely raised the bar visually and productively with ICS, and Jelly Bean on top of that, which hopefully Motorola will push out because it's definitely able to run on this hardware, which is great. I'm going to show you some of the camera app. Here you go. What's the camera on this thing? There you go. They added a little bit more options. They have their new menu that's already that comes out. I mentioned this in the Focus 2 review. I wish Windows Phone just had the settings out, because when you're taking a quick snapshot, you want them there. You can actually minimize it. You can take it away like that. But it's an option, and that's great. The camera on the Razr is pretty good. Of course, 1080p HD, all that good stuff. So the camera app is greatly enhanced in terms of usability. What else can I show you guys? Oh, going back to the People's Hub. And ICS, they totally knocked off Windows Phone. They even the color scheme was blue and white, side swiping. Motorola has chosen to go more with what Ice Cream Sandwich looks like in settings. So if you go to the People's app, it looks Ice Cream Sandwich-ish, and you do still swipe, but it's native. It looks natural to the software. The People's Hub on the Galaxy Nexus looks totally different in terms of the color scheme, but this one is very nice. It's very usable, and it's fast, and that's what's important. Go here, you get a notification. Not gonna let you guys see my email, but notifications are fast. Push notifications are great. Let me see what I can show you guys. ICS widgets are really great too. Like this is I have it here just dedicated on one page for my email. I can't do the small boxes. I need big boxes. But there you go. You got your Twitter app, Google Reader. There you go. And then you have the calendar app, which I have here, which is pretty big. Speed. Google Currents has also been updated. It's very nice. It runs even better on the tablet. The tablet version is beautiful, but so is the mobile version. So here you go, fetching some news. Go to The Verge. BWOne now is now on Google Currents. So let me see if I can get some focus on there. There you go, which is my first feed on there. So you can check us out on Google Currents also. All our news, all our feeds, all our videos, it's all in one spot. So that's great. But as you see, there's no lag. There was a little bit of lag with 2.3 on the Razr because Motorola had heavy animations. They kind of went towards what HTC tries to do and sat the GPU just to have visual, pleasing movement across the whole OS. That's not the case here. It's almost stock ICS. So the only devices on Verizon doing that right now would be the Galaxy Nexus, and now I can say the Droid Razr and the Droid Razr Max. Other than that, there's no other device on that network that gives you the pure Android experience, and that's what Motorola is trying to do here. So if Motorola keeps this up, because their hardware is great, you're not going to find better hardware right now. Internal specs are up there with higher end phones, but just design, industrial design, and overall feel, this is Teflon, and then you have 4G LTE. The camera's above average. It takes really great still photos and video. I'll actually be uploading some videos from the VIP party that Villadyne Headphones gave us at CE Week in New York. But overall, this is a great device, and ICS just enhances that idea. Right now, it's $199 on contract. The Droid Razr Max is a little bit more. I think it's $249.99. Either way, I highly recommend still the Razr Max and the Razr with the addition of ICS on Verizon. You can check us out on Google+, on Facebook, on Twitter, and on Pinterest. Check out our fan page. Give some likes. We just got to 600, so that's great.